All right, we're live.
Hello, welcome to Tuesdays in the Shop. Today we're going to start out, well, first of all, we're going to be doing a Stump Andrea. But before that, we have done a little bit of reorganizing here. So we're going to show you real quick.
And very first thing is we're going to see if people can hear us.
Oh, right. Forgot about that.
The never-ending technical
Saga
problems.
of-
So please comment that you can hear us. My little display thing shows that you can,
So hopefully that's telling the truth.
but it doesn't always
We don't believe it.
reality.
Yes, we don't believe it.
Yeah. The lighting in here looks really good today for some reason. And of course, it's exactly the same as always.
Right. I'm not sure why that's different. It's
I
still a
can
little
hear
light
you.
outside.
Thank you, Alicia.
Yes, thanks for letting us know. Okay, so now we can go ahead and get started.
And we started in this spot of the store on purpose. Can you tell that we moved some things around?
So people, yeah, you might not know where you are. For those of you that have been in the store, we've got our thread, our little embroidery, our little wool section here. Our back cutting table used to be right here.
Under the quilt.
Yes, under the skyline. It is now over there and in a different orientation.
Oops,
and we have opened up some more of the floor space.
Woohoo!
That used to be like our shipping and staging area for when fabric comes in, and back stock of batting and stuff. A lot of stuff.
We have a lot of stuff.
And we still have a lot of stuff that we're working on clearing that out too. But this opens up a little bit, well, quite a bit actually. So we've moved our solids back here, our sale section, which will grow. And we actually still have like one or two empty shelves. So
look at all the solids.
It gives us room to get more fabric.
And then this is the new sale yardage. It used to be like about the same amount of fabric.
Yeah, we haven't added to it
in a different
yet.
place, but we're putting more fabric in the sale section.
Yeah, and then the non-fabric
stuff is also non-fabric sale,
but displayed a little bit. It used to all just be on this cart,
right?
And you couldn't really even tell what was there.
Yep.
So
we're going to reorganize some of this stuff,
spread things out.
It really made such a big difference. I'm so happy with this change.
Yes, it's really nice. Yeah, we're loving it so far, and customers immediately notice when they walk in.
Yeah.
But they're
look how big the store looks when you come from the back.
Who knew?
It looks huge.
Yeah, because we always cut it off right here.
Right.
But why not open it up?
Yep.
So
and we're always looking for more space for everything because it's all New Yorkers will never have enough space.
Just like everyone at home too, I'm sure. So yeah, so now that we've showed off our new digs, we'll do some Stump Andrea.
Yay!
So those are up at the front though.
Yeah, let's go up front.
Whoops.
Tour the store.
Hopefully I won't knock my microphone receiver off. So we have two for today. The first one is from Judy. So this one is just browns, I think. White, dark, very dark brown in the back, and then shades of tan and brown, and then what looks like white.
So this one isn't going to be that hard because there aren't that many odd colors in it, but maybe we'll challenge ourselves to make this, I don't know, like what were you going to say?
One of the challenges, we don't have a lot of brown.
That's true. So we can't add any brown.
So that's the first challenge. But yeah, let's see if we can add a little color to it, I think.
Yeah.
Let's see what we get. Should we tell them about the next one or save it for later?
Let's save it for later.
Okay, we'll put it away.
Not that anything different is happening.
It's just, new fabric. Instead of old fabric, it's a new fabric. So let's go to started our brown section. I'm pretty sure there's not really any brown up at the front.
Except for the Carolyn.
Carolyn. Not up here?
No, up here.
Yeah, those aren't really brown. Not so much. Okay, so yes, the Carolyn. Sure, why not? It's a very orangey brown, or maybe not brown, maybe just orange, but it's a start. Let's start with that. That's gonna be about all the brown, I think.
What about that really weird
section?
This It's not brown, but it's like such a weird
That
color.
did work very well for another Stump Andrea that was very like neutrally. So
It's
sure.
just such an odd color.
Yes, it is. But I mean, not terrible.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got 3. Yeah, I think no more browns on this section anyway.
We're going to get every brown out of the store.
We probably will. Because like I said, there aren't a lot.
Yeah, we're particularly low at the moment, I think.
Yeah, we are.
We have a brown grunge. Yay.
So we have the brown grunge. That will work.
Pretty good.
We have this, which isn't, it's black and like a tan
That's
maybe,
pretty cool,
but that's not bad either. And then this Carolyn, that's very gray when you put it with this. So let's put that one back. But maybe this one, that's not bad. So we'll take that guy. Should we take, yeah, let's take.
Oh, that's good because of circles. Yeah. Look at how much brown we have. Raina, are you watching?
I don't know about that. Let's bring it anyway. Let's see what happens. So yeah, we've got those already. Let's see what else. Should we bring, since we have some other like orangey browns, we could bring other orangey browns. Let's see what this one does. Oh, and then we've got this.
And that other one we pulled in had some pink, so we could probably maybe add some more pink.
I don't know if this is right, but we'll bring it. All right, well, let's start with these.
I'm not going to offer to help because I have to hold the camera. And this is a very difficult job.
Okay.
Who knew we had this many browns?
I know, right? So
Dana's saying, I just joined. She's stumped.
Not yet. We're still working though. So anything is possible. Actually, those two look good, pretty good together. I believe these 3, are these all from Glyphs? I think these are all Glyphs. Yeah, that one's Glyphs too. So these 3 are actually from the same collection. So that helps them, you know, the fact that they go together.
Right. That's the new Ebon designer for Free Spirit.
Yes. This was her first collection. The second collection is mostly already gone.
Yeah, that was the bright one.
It was a little, more colorful. Also only came on 10-yard bolts as opposed to 15. So it went pretty quick. So I don't know about this one.
But I like that one.
Well, let's see.
Because we don't want to make a whole bundle brown, right?
Well, I think it will have some variation because we've got this red going on. And maybe if we, I'm not sure about that one actually. I'm actually not, I do like that one. I think was good though. That's not bad.
Except that it's all brown.
Well, yeah. Not that, I mean, this is, I would say this is rust as opposed to brown. Although this color here, it's hard to say. I don't know if, I mean, it's definitely brown, but it does have like a red to it. So, well, should we try to add, because this has some green.
Okay.
I think if we work, maybe if we work that in. Yeah, that's a lot of, you're right. This is a lot of brown.
My hair got caught on the sign behind me and I nearly pulled the whole quilt down.
All right. So let's see if, let's see.
I mean, it's a bundle. I just don't like brown.
It's cohesive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
It's not for me though. So
right.
I'm
I
sure
think maybe
that
this
Judy who chose this fabric would like this.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe some of this cream might help a little bit. And if we can find some green, maybe. Cream.
And like you wouldn't put white with that.
No,
right?
I don't think so. I mean, even though there is white in some of those prints, I don't think that would be my first choice. Let's see. What do we got here? We got some more grunge.
Or what about like some gold?
I do have gold. We've got this one with some gold. Oh, did you mean the color gold or actual
I meant
gold?
like shiny gold.
That's actually not
Actually,
bad.
that's nice.
Yeah. So we'll take all of those. And greens. It was a really like, ooh. This might be too blue, but because it wasn't it's not a bright green. It was
Right.
mushy. This one might be too blue also. Those are both
Those are
kind of
very
blue.
similar.
But we'll go check. Yeah, it was a little bit. Oh, maybe that's going to be too green, I think. We've got that might work.
Yeah, that one's so weird that it sometimes
Yeah.
is perfect.
Yeah. Okay.
What's that one called?
Spearmint, I think. Yeah. It went with the Christmas.
It doesn't look like spearmint.
No, it doesn't look like spearmint to me either, but they have a lot of grunge, green grunges. So maybe that was.
Yeah, and like if
They
you already
ran out
had
of-
like all these other words used up for green.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's definitely gonna lighten it up, which I don't know about that grunge.
Yeah, and I feel like if you put in like multiple grunges in one bundle, it's kind of cheating.
Also that, yes. And
That sure is weird.
It is weird. I'm not sure. Let's keep. So yeah, so if we take this grunge, this one out, because I think we have better options here. That actually looks good.
Yeah, that looks great.
I think this one might be, that's not bad either. I thought the triangles might be too sharp, but because we have so much dots going on, but I don't think it is actually. But I think I like this one better.
Though.
Yeah. All right, so let's slip you in maybe here. And yeah, our weird green. I don't know if we put it here. No. And then let's try. We already have this print here, so let's try. See what this looks like. Not terrible. It should be a yellower green, but we'll put it here. Actually,
I kind of like it.
It almost just turns into a neutral when you put it against this rust color.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like that way better than when it was just browns.
Yes, definitely more interesting.
All right, how many is that?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
That's a little much, but whatever.
Well, I think we could take out, one of these probably.
Oh,
these
yeah,
are pretty
kind
much
of
the
similar.
same. Yeah, we're fine without that. That doesn't.
I like it. I even like it better now that you took that one away.
Yeah, it's not as red. And
All right.
actually, this. Well, let's put our.
All right.
I actually
we are not stumped.
I like this too. I think this works. Not bad. Okay.
Good job, Andrea.
Good. Yeah. We did it with browns.
And that was
Look
really
at that.
fast,
That
too.
was fast. That was like the fastest
Might
one
have been
ever.
the fastest one ever.
Maybe because there was so few to choose from.
Oh, since we don't have that much
Maybe.
brown, it's
Maybe.
like, yep. Good point.
Okay. Well, so that one I think we got.
You want to read off the fabrics in
Sure.
case anyone wants to get
let's do that.
any of these specific ones?
Okay. Yeah. If Judy's watching. So we have grunge in bison.
I love that color. And
This
I don't
is a
like
good
brown,
one.
but that's like such a good brown.
They do have, let's see, I'll put those there, those here. Yeah, they have good browns, actually. Put you over there. This one is goldy feeling in eggshell. So this was actually a holiday fabric. It's got little trees and candy canes and gingerbread man. But if you don't look closely,
I hadn't
it's
noticed
fine.
until you just said it.
Exactly. Yeah, you didn't notice. I've had people buy it without the, wasn't for holiday. This one is checks and roasted pecan sheen. So I don't know if you guys can see the
Yeah, you
sheen
could totally
there.
see it.
Yeah, well, I mean, just look at those two together. Like,
and they're so different too.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
But they look really good. And then we have a lot of Carolyn represented here too. Carolyn and E-Bond. Who would have thought that they'd go so well?
Ooh,
almost
maybe
everything
they should
here
collaborate on
is one of them. Linear blocks in stone. And this is kind of a weird color. It does have a little bit of a green tinge to it.
Yeah.
But it works perfectly
And
with
I think
these.
the print is green.
I think so too. But yeah, I mean, these are just, they work great together. So we got E-Bond again. This is Maya in Spectrum.
That's a pretty weird print.
Yeah, she does a lot of work with paper, and I'm sure she put down like a chicken wire or something and get some different textures in there, which is cool. Dots in Spice Sheen. Spice, that's a good name for this color.
Yeah. It makes me think of, what's that sci-fi movie that?
Oh, the Dune.
Yeah, Dune.
Not the Dune. Dune. Sea grapes in olive leaf. This is, we use this print for so many things.
So good too.
And more E-Bond here. We got Lucille in straw.
What's funny is this kind of looks like a print we had years and years and years ago from Free Spirit from Joel Dewberry, doesn't it? That was like tree trunk slices.
Oh yeah, I loved that one. Do I have any?
And when I originally said it, the face you made was like, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah, because normally, like, I'm pretty good at remembering that stuff, and I was like, "How do you remember this and not me?"
Yeah,
I loved that one.
But when I said the right word, then you were like, "Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about."
This one is Phyllis in charcoal.
I love this.
This is a good one. It's very usable. It almost looks like an animal skin.
Yeah, you could make clothes out of that one.
Oh, totally. Yeah. Okay, so that wraps up our first.
Do one more with the. Yeah, that looks good.
A little shadow there. There we go.
I think that you did a good job.
I surprised myself actually. I kind of like
Maybe
this.
we should give you more brown to work with.
Well, then I'd have to order more brown.
Okay, never mind.
Okay, so that does it for that one.
Yep.
So now we have something even more exciting that I think might actually also be a little tricky.
Yeah. Surprise.
So we got our advanced fat quarter bundle of Everglow.
So this is the new Tula Pink fabric.
Yes, supposed to ship next week. So we should, not next week, I'm sorry, next month.
Yes.
So we should be getting yardage next month, but for right now, we just have a fat quarter bundle. So we've all been oohing and ahhing over this.
And we're taking pre-orders now, so you could go to the website and search for the word Everglow.
Yes.
And
so
then you can order your own. And look how cool this is.
This lion is amazing.
The artwork is really pretty.
We love, so it's a lion, a hippo, a giraffe, and there's one other elephant.
Yeah, it's like a jungle.
Right. So two prints or two colors of each animal, and then also the neon tent stripe and pom pom to go with these.
And the neon on this one is the pink.
Yes.
Oh, right. You can really see.
It's that kind of corally. Oh, sorry. I'll hold it up.
It's this color right here. It's kind of hard to see on camera, but it's neon.
Yes, and it's pretty bright.
It's really pretty.
But we chose this colorway because it's a little unusual, because a lot of times will use the same colors across collections on purpose so that they, you can coordinate them pretty easily. This one is a little bit different. It's not completely new. It's not totally out there. Like, it doesn't stick out with the other Everglow, but it's a little bit different than her normal palette. So I thought this would be the challenging one. Right. Also, we just love this one.
And the other ones are more like pink and blue and colors that we know we have a ton of.
Right. So this one, this kind of peachy background, and then with the aqua on the peach, I'm not sure how it's going to read on camera, to be honest. It's just interesting and a little unusual.
Yeah, you can totally see the background.
Okay. So I thought, well, Yvette actually thought of this.
Yeah, because we actually hadn't gotten any more submissions. And by the way, people send us submissions.
Submissions. Try to stump me.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, we have this new fabric that no one has paired with anything yet.
Right.
So let's stump Andrea with a brand new fabric.
This is fun. Yeah, normally it's old fabrics. Now we have a new one this time. So we can probably easily start with some other Tula fabrics.
Should we challenge you to not use any Tula?
It's up to you.
How about no Tula unless you absolutely can't do it without?
Okay, we'll start.
Because otherwise it just seems a little too easy.
Agreed. I don't disagree. Like I said, these colors are a little bit different than what she normally does, but yes, that is kind of cheating.
Yeah.
So yes,
we have a lot of Tula.
We absolutely do.
This is all Tula. Like, it's a lot.
Yeah, that whole row, and
and up here too.
Only some of that one. Yeah, and the top over there. Yeah, and
so
more
I'm
over here,
and
then this Tula.
I'm severely limiting Andrea's choices by saying you can't pick any Tula.
Yes, but
Dana likes this twist. She says, "Oh yeah,
I'm not afraid." So let's see what we've got here. That's not terrible. It's not an exact match, but it's not terrible. That's for sure. So I think I'll grab that one. The green, I think, is probably not. It actually doesn't look terrible, but it doesn't really match either.
Yeah.
I like that other one, the bluey one, better. Okay, so put you back in there. Let's see, do we have any of these rainbows? Are pretty coral. Too much.
Yeah.
Although those butterflies might work. So this is Mia Charo. No. Mia Charo's collection. What is this one? Magic Friends.
What about the little stars?
This one or this one?
That one.
Yeah. Let's give that one a shot too. Okay. The rest of this aisle is
all
Tula. I don't think any of the dinosaurs. Get back in. What do we think? Not terrible. I think we'll pull it. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I'm not loving it.
I'm not loving it either, but.
What about the like mountain looking blue one?
Oh, maybe.
It might be too gray.
Yeah, I think so.
Like this color is kind of, don't you think?
I don't know. We'll leave it out. That's the thing. You don't know until you start putting stuff together. It is more aqua than this one. It's sort of in between because there is this like periwinkle and then the aqua.
Move the cameras.
Which this is more of the periwinkle. That's sort of in between.
Yeah. And it's not as saturated.
Right, exactly. So, but that's okay. We can leave it here for now. All right. Ooh.
It's nice that you have a bigger piece of fabric too.
Yeah, it is. And it's actually fabric. So I can see what colors
it
actually
is.
Oh, that's kind of pretty.
Ooh, look how good that looks.
That's pretty. And this is another one of the sheen.
Yeah.
So it's got that shine to it. Ooh, I like that.
I think that's really pretty.
That is very pretty. Tula and Carolyn.
I like this angle better than this.
Okay.
With the yellow, I think it might have gotten a little childish if we went with lots of colors. But I'm already doing, this is not what we're supposed to do at the beginning, right? Andrea has taught us to pull a bunch and then take things
and then weed out. Okay, so let's see. Those aren't Tula either, but I think we're going to pass those at least for now. Okay, so let's
skip the whole Tula section.
Yeah, walking right by. I'm not looking. I'm not looking. So let's start with some aquas because that's something we generally have because it's my favorite color. I definitely am seeing some here. The imagery is a little, because we have bugs and unicorns and snow people and Tanuka, I think.
What is a Tanuka?
It's like a or maybe they're just raccoons, actually. I don't know.
Oh, I think it's a raccoon.
Yeah, the background is the right color, but I don't.
Yeah, it doesn't really go. What about
the
like blobby one next to it?
Maybe. This is a K facet.
With the technical term blobby one.
I knew exactly what you meant though. Yeah, that could work. I mean, the background is darker, but that might actually help.
Yeah, it's a pretty similar
so
color.
It's not so pale.
Ooh,
some rainbows.
Yeah.
Actually,
that looks like it was made for that.
Because the clouds are sort of coral
Peachy.
or peach. Yeah, peach. Okay. And then with some light greens. That one's too gray, I think. But we do
love a spark.
We do love a spark.
That's what the name of this print is.
Yes.
And we reach for that over and over again.
Yeah.
That's from Ruby Star Society.
And like a green, ooh, the greeny. That might
look how different that looks with that.
But this one's a little more muted. That might be better. Or maybe not. Let's take both. Who knows? Okay, so we've got a few here. Oh, and then some more kind of peachy. That's pretty good. Let's take that. And this one that nobody likes except for me, that actually works pretty well too.
Did you just say that no one likes except for you?
It seems that way. Let's see, what else? Oh, well, my hands are a little full right now, so we'll come back if we need to.
It's a good thing you're so strong.
Well, this is my exercise. Carrying bolts and walking up and down stairs. That's about it. Now that my child is too big to pick up, I don't even do that anymore.
Maybe you have to work out more so you can pick her up again.
My back can't handle it. I can hold her, but I can't pick her up.
Well, you're not supposed to be picking her with your back, you know.
Well, yes, that's true.
Lift with your legs, you know. Do some squats.
I mean, look how pretty these are.
Yeah, that's already pretty.
Don't even.
Although it's given baby.
Yes, very much so. Although I think that's going to be hard not to in this situation with these colors. So yeah, we'll take out the bright ones for the moment. We can always put them back in. So we should separate those two.
It's so not Tula too.
Exactly. Right? Yeah, not at all.
Because it's like pastel-y and soft.
Okay, so that's, I think, totally fine. Get back here.
I don't like it.
You don't like it?
It's too baby.
Well, so my thinking was, this is fine, but we can try adding in some more of these pops of color.
Also, do we really need this one and this one?
Probably not, no.
They're kind of the same.
Well, all right then.
I think that already helped, actually.
Okay.
You want to just call it like this? And
no.
Not add anything else?
I mean, I do like this. I think this is totally acceptable, but I want to see what happens when we slip in some. So let's see, maybe we take out, I feel like maybe that's too pastel-y. And maybe this one, which actually, I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't love those together.
Okay. So we could add the stars back in or switch this paler one out for the brighter one. Actually, maybe we do get rid of, and maybe we keep.
Now it's kind of weird.
It is weird. That's even weirder.
Yeah.
I just want to see what it looks like. No. That's a no.
We're getting suggestion of soft coral green.
Coral green?
Which I'm not sure what color that is.
I'm not sure either. Coral and green?
Or maybe it means coral comma green.
Maybe.
Solid soft coral green and blue would be nice, is what it says.
Mm-hmm.
Nah.
No, don't think so.
And you know what's bothering me about that group is like blob, circle, half circle.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, let's get rid of this one.
And then polka dot.
I tried.
Andrea loves a polka dot.
Not as much as I like a good stripe, but yes, I do.
We don't have any stripes in here.
True, because I can't use most of the stripes we have.
Yeah, I think the only stripe left that isn't Tula is like black and white, which would not work. Oh, I like that.
So a little bit tighter.
Yeah.
But bringing in some of the brighter colors.
And this doesn't give you such a baby feeling.
Right. Not as, I mean, it's still very soft, but yeah, I think having, I mean, I think this is so pretty, but it does, well, once you start getting the coral, the green, and the periwinkle,
yeah,
that I think is what makes it
very pastel-y.
Yeah. Whereas if
not that pastel-y is a word.
It's totally a word.
All right, let's do a small bundle for once.
Well, should we look and see if there's...
Oh, okay, yeah.
Just to see. So we like this, but we want more bright.
So we're going to go into the Tula stash now.
Just quickly.
See what we find.
Because, I mean, that's, of course, going to be a good match.
I mean, that's a perfect match, but who's surprised by that?
Yeah, no one. Not much of a challenge. Let's see. Yeah, again, it makes it too easy. This one.
And this is one of the things that Tula is so good at, right? So she purposely works with a limited palette so that the prints that she comes up with go work with each other and backwards. So if it's new or it's old Tula, it's still going to look pretty good together. And you don't have to work as hard as Andrea is having to work to not include Tula.
That might be too much, but yeah. I mean, just right there, I think that's probably...
You got a strong Easter vibe going.
Right now. Yes, it is. But yeah, that's how easy that is.
What if we get my favorite mini stripe, the gray one?
The gray one?
Yeah.
I don't know. That might wash it out.
Yeah, too pale. This is my favorite of the mini stripes. It's actually really hard to see on the screen, but it's a gray with a neon yellow stripe.
It probably goes with other ones in the group, but yeah.
It makes such good binding.
So actually these are the two, which again, we're getting very Easter, but
yeah.
But yeah, that's it right there. Boom.
Makes sense.
Yeah, and then you put it with the wildflower one, you got perfect matches. Which I just want to see them together.
Because my directing or whatever skills, I now am walking backwards following you around. I need like a Oscar or something.
An Oscar? Mm-hmm. We have an Emmy at my house.
Cinematography. YouTube liveography.
Right. Yeah, so there's that. No problem. Let's just see if we do put them together, if we like it.
Yeah, I really like this edition because it's so much more saturated.
It brings in that, because this is a very pale peach. This brings in that dark, like the background, which is almost an orange, like in the face of the lion, which you need that dark. Or it helps, I should say. And then maybe take that one out. Boom, boom, boom.
It's like, okay, just use all Tula then.
Actually, put this one back in. Which doesn't even look green anymore when you put it next to the aqua.
I don't love this.
No?
No. No.
What's not doing it for you?
We go back to having this one And I think I like this green better than this green.
Actually, standing up with that one.
Sandra's saying, I want to hear more about the Emmy that's at Andrea's house.
It's not mine. It's my husband has an Emmy, though. He does, he builds scenery for television, and I don't remember which Olympics it was. I think it was Rio. They do the scenery for the NBC sets for the Olympics, and I think it was Rio that got the Emmy. But actually, there are others that got Emmys too. I don't know. Anyway. But yeah, so what does Hazel call it? Lady ball?
Lady ball?
Yeah, because it's a lady holding a big globe. So she, can I play with the lady ball?
No, you can't.
It's very pointy.
Yeah, and not a toy.
True. But I mean, we let her play with it for a little bit, but I like this.
I think this looks way better because it's more, before it was kind of sleepy,
Yeah.
This is more vibrant.
Yeah, and I think this is great. Because without it, it's going to be very flat.
I like it. And how many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. That's a good number.
All right. Well, there we go.
Still not stumped.
Yeah. Even though I did pull in some Tula like we said we weren't going to, but only those two.
There's a reason we have so much inventory, right?
Yeah. And these are so usable. Yeah. That's the other thing. So yeah, only 2 out of the 8. It's not terrible.
Yep. We challenged you and you still did it.
Okay, so let's read these off so that you can prepare for when you get your Everglow that you're going to pre-order right now. This one is Mosaic in Sea Mist Sheen.
I love that color.
And we got Tiny Stripes in Misty.
So this one is like a pale aqua
with purple which is perfect because it brings in that little bit of periwinkle or purple that's in there. I'm also going to tell you what this one is just because...
The bright one.
Moon Glow. Yep. So the other stripe is Moon Glow, but we did slightly prefer palette in Lemongrass.
Yeah, there was something
just a little more. It's a little brighter.
This was like a little too neon.
Yeah, a little more life. Jumble in Turquoise or
Blobs,
Jumble, whatever. Jumble sounds a little nicer, I suppose. Fire in Coral. Our favorite Spark in Shell Metallic, which I always think of Shell as a pink, but this is actually has a green tint to it.
Right. It's like the inside of an oyster or something.
Oh, maybe. I definitely still consider it a neutral, but it does have a green cast.
Right.
And Wildflower in Blossom. So this was the clincher.
Yeah. And that color is
just perfect.
That's what made all the difference.
So if you're looking for the coordinate for this one, don't forget this one. Wildflower in Blossom. And our cute little rainbows. Mini rainbows in Sky.
What collection is that from?
This was from the Unicorn Dreams.
Oh, Unicorn Dreams, yeah.
From Paintbrush Studio, which I thought was a really good unicorn collection.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's this one.
Let's show them all together. Oh yeah, that looks pretty good. Although because we put both of the greens in, now it looks unbalanced.
Yeah,
but just pretend there isn't a second green.
Yeah, just pick which one and cover the other one up with your finger on the screen.
You can see the difference, right? If you put 2 greens in, then the whole thing is 2 green.
Right. And even if we took them, if they weren't next to each other, I think it's still going to throw the balance off.
Yeah, you can totally see it on camera.
Yeah, the proportions just aren't right anymore.
Then it's 2 green, basically.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Okay, everybody.
I think that's a good lesson too. The idea that
proportion is very important. That's one of the things we've talked about in the color journey. Is at one point, it's not till like the 9th or 10th month or something, but you interpret a photograph and then pick a color palette based on your photograph, and people have, it's not quite right, it's not what I thought, that sort of thing, but everything is the same. You have a square of this and this and this and this. So if you're pulling little accents out of your photograph, you don't want a big square of it. You don't want an equal amount of that accent as all the others. So obviously we're just pulling bolts. We're not actually cutting. We're not actually, placing it into a pattern where you have a 10-inch block and a 2-inch block. But that is something you want to think about. Where do your pops go? Where does your your sort of accent, because those greens do stick out the most
Yep.
of all of these. So you could actually use both. You would just want to use less of both of them,
Right.
so that you don't throw it off.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But yeah, I think this is really pretty.
Yeah. And so is that print.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
Hooray, Tula.
All right. Yeah, another good collection from Tula. We're excited to get the yardage in.
And I'm excited for all those neon stripes that are coming too.
They look pretty
I'm gonna
good
use
too.
those for a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Housekeeping wise, the only thing to say is that it's like nearly the end of the month, and
The Bernina sale.
Bernina sale, right?
Yes. So feet and accessories are 20% off until the end of the month. So yeah, if you've had your eye on anything, now's a good time to get it.
Also, the 570 is 20% off through the end of the month.
Yes, which is our favorite model. We love the 570. And if you haven't seen some of our other videos about that, we have at least 2,
Yes.
maybe more, because we love it so much. So you can watch those. Give us a call, send us an email if you have any questions. Send us some fabric for Stump Andrea.
Yes.
You don't have to send the actual fabric. You could
Send
but
pictures.
Yeah, just take a picture, send that. That would be great, because I love the challenge. I need more.
And
So,
she hasn't been stumped yet.
yeah, so send them on in.
So good luck.
Yep.
With the stumping.
Yeah, let's see what we can do.
We'll see you next week. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for joining us.
Have a good one.
Bye.